Hi, sweetie.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know. Love you.
What does this rain, guys? Huh?
Do you want this or not?
Oh, we have the number.
Yeah. All right.
Welcome, our friends, our family, and that one hobo who snuck in from the parking lot. He's in the back, I think. There's a beautiful quote from Love in the Time of Cholera by Gabriel Garcia Marquez that speaks about marriage. In talking about the married couple in this quote, the author writes, habían sorteado juntos las incomprensiones cotidianas, los odios instantáneos, las porquerías recíprocas y los fabulosos relámpagos de gloria de la complicidad conyugal. Fue la época en que se amaron mejor, sin prisa y sin excesos, y ambos fueron más conscientes y agradecidos de sus victorias inverosímiles contra la adversidad. La vida había de depararles todavía otras pruebas mortales, por supuesto, pero ya no importaba, estaban en la otra orilla. Now, for those of you who don't speak Spanish, what is your problem? Get with the program, guys. No, I'll give it to you in English. Is this on? Do we have sound? Whatever. The quote in English says, together they had overcome the daily incomprehension, the instantaneous hatred, the reciprocal nastiness, and fabulous flashes of glory in the conjugal conspiracy. It was a time when they both loved each other best, without hurry or excess, when both were most conscious of and grateful for their incredible victories over adversity. Life would still present them with other moral trials, of course, but that no longer mattered. They were on the other shore. I remember the moment when Abby first called me when she first found out that Dave had intentions to propose to her. They were both in Big Bear together. I got a call from Abby. She was full of emotion, almost in tears, touched by the whole moment. And she told me, this moment just made me realize just how much I love this freaking idiot over here. Abby's words. Those of us who know Abby know her to be a very good-natured, humorous person. She is a fiercely loyal friend, as many of us know. She's someone who is always there to stick up for you, to support you, always there to constantly criticize the girls that I choose to date at any given time. And she is one of the best friends you will ever have in your life. And as for David Gerrells, he's a systems analyst? That sounds right. No, I am glad to have David as a friend. Over the past couple of years, it's really been an honor and a joy to get to know David. He is a great guy. David is an awesome guy, and he is a great guy to be here with Abby. And I'm glad to be here like all of you are. It's an honor to be here together, and an honor for all of us to be a part of this sacred and special day for Abby and David. Marriage is something to be taken with deep reverence. It is not something to be taken lightly. It is a commitment to be undertaken with solemnity and to be undertaken very soberly. And then after they're married, we all go to Stone Brewery and we get hammered together. But for now, sobriety, soberly. The scripture of various spiritual traditions around the world talks about the significance of marriage and the holy love that we see in that institution. In the Jewish scriptures, in the Song of Solomon, it says, "How delightful is your love, my sister, my bride. How much more pleasing is your love than wine, and the fragrance of your perfume than any spice. In the Christian tradition, in Matthew, we read the words of Jesus that say, "For this reason a man will leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, and the two will become one flesh." Other traditions speak of the significance of marriage as well. In the Quran, in chapter 30, it states, "God created for you spouses from among yourselves, in order to have tranquility and contentment with each other. And he placed in your hearts love and care toward your spouses." I realize that those aren't all in the same book. I'm not reading from the book, it's just a piece of paper. This is just a copy of Harry Potter and the... The point is, a lot of traditions talk about marriage. For instance, "Oh, come on, Harry," said Hermione, suddenly impatient. Quidditch is popular. Oh, that is the book. Hang on, sorry. Here's the paper. Other traditions talk about marriage. The Buddha said, speaking of the beautiful love that we find in marriage, "Thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared." One of the greatest poets of the last century put it very succinctly and beautifully when she said, "I can feel you breathe, it's washing over me. Suddenly I'm melting into you. There's nothing left to prove, baby, all we need is just to be." Abby hates that song more than anything. I had to get it in there, I'm sorry. I had to slip that in. That's the last one, I promise. Now, despite the traditions all over the world, a lot of people in this day and age ask if marriage is even a valid institution, if there's any significance to it. Many people are deeply cynical about marriage as an institution. Many people believe it's just an archaic construct that was created to keep women subjugated. Some people think it's impossible to love one person for the rest of your life. Some people think it's impossible for men to commit to just one woman. Some people think it's impossible for women to commit to not nagging the man about petty things, like that t-shirt from Mexico City that she thinks he should throw away just because it's faded. You can't read the text on it anymore. But I love that t-shirt, and my friend gave it to me. I'm not getting rid of the t-shirt, okay? Some people have the opposite extreme of an attitude toward marriage. Some people will couple with somebody, anybody, just for the sake of not being alone. Some people constantly cycle through one serial relationship after another. There are some women out there who will be with any man, no matter how lazy, fat, unemployed, or ugly he happens to be. I know for a fact that there are women like that out there. If it wasn't for them, I would never get a date. Other people have a different sort of cynicism about marriage. Some people say that everyone should get married just because. Just because that's what society expects of you. Just because that's tradition, because it's what you do. And then once you're married, you just run down the clock. And next thing you know, you're 80 years old and you're standing on the lawn, staring at the fence, waiting to die. Some people think that way. But I think all three of those attitudes are equally cynical. All three of them. I think it's equally cynical to say that marriage is outdated and doesn't matter, or to say that I need to be with anyone just to be with someone, or to say that marriage is a sacred ironclad shackle that you have to wear just because. Those are all kinds of cynicism. But at the heart of that cynicism, I think, is fear. Marriage is a risky decision. It's one of the most terrifying things you will ever do. It's dangerous because making yourself emotionally vulnerable is dangerous. Because it's dangerous to open up to someone, to show them the most intimate parts of you, to show them the good and the bad, to devote to that person for the rest of your life. Some people are married and they never learn to do that. Others of us just avoid getting married. And then half of our aunts and uncles start getting worried that we're in our 30s and we're still single. And they're trying to hook us up with all their coworkers just because we're single. And the other half of our aunts and uncles are afraid that we might be gay. And they start mailing us literature from Exodus International trying to confirm us. But the plain truth is, it's terrifying. It's easy to get bogged down in fear and cynicism when it comes to that kind of commitment. But there are plenty of reasons not to fall into cynicism. And those reasons are standing right here among us. Those are our friends. The people that we have watched find their soulmate. The people that we have seen find the person that they want to walk together with for the rest of their lives. The people that we've accompanied as they've gone through the mountains and the valleys, as they've gotten married to each other. The people we've accompanied as they've had beautiful children together, the people whose wives we occasionally hit on from time to time. Sorry, Rob. Those are the people that make us believe in marriage. The beautiful couples that we have today with us, those are the best argument in favor of marriage. The Bohemian poet Rainer Maria Rilke once wrote the following: "The point of marriage is not to create a quick commonality by tearing down all boundaries. On the contrary, a good marriage is one in which each partner appoints the other to be the guardian of their solitude, and thus they show each other the greatest possible trust. Once the realization is accepted that even between the closest people, infinite distances exist, then a marvelous living side by side can grow for them. When marriage is entered into consciously, with eyes wide open, like our beloved friends are doing today, that's when we see that marriage is not outdated or meaningless. We realize that marriage is gutsy, it's bold, revolutionary, and it is definitely worth it. I remember when I was a student here at Point Loma, one of my psychology professors was teaching a class on marital dynamics, and I asked him, how did you decide that your wife was the one? How did you choose her? How did you decide to spend the rest of your life with her? And what my professor told me, he said, "You know what, David? Every morning, I make her the one. Every morning, every day when I wake up, I choose her over and over again." That is what we are celebrating today. That's the beautiful journey that Abby and David are embarking on today. It is an honor and a privilege for all of us to be here today and to be with them tomorrow, accompanying them every step of the way. Now, at this moment, Abby and David have some things that they've written for each other. These are the reasons that they want to marry each other. They've written them down, and they will be reading each other's lists of the reasons that they want to marry each other. So, do you have your lists?
Oops, it's a process.
I'm going to start now.
Yes.
Yep, thank you so much.
About me. Abby, you are the love of my life and the most amazing person I've ever met. From being beautiful, classy, caring, selfless, hilarious, and so damn super smart, to having just the right touch of crass, sarcasm, and stoicism, you truly are the perfect woman for me. Anyone that knows you can testify to your loyalty as an incredible friend, being a great listener, and just overall bringing joy into people's lives on a regular basis. You always make me smile on a bad day, happy as hell on good days, and never cease to keep things interesting. You respect me, challenge me, trust me, believe in me, and most importantly, you let me be myself. I love you so much, Abby, and can't wait to see what the future holds for us, especially how it will make our relationship grow stronger and more passionate for many, many years to come.
David, these are only some of the reasons I love you and want to marry you. Since we send us perfectly badly together, you are handsome and kind. Your love for me is without measure and has amazed and overwhelmed me from the start. You tell me I'm beautiful way too often. You pick up my dinner plate and put it in the sink for me. That's nice. You often say you're sorry first, and if I'm the one at fault, even if I'm the one at fault, great. And it leaves me humble. You don't seem to mind when I drool in my sleep.
I do.
No, maybe you're just wise enough not to say anything. You are my quiet rest. You have always, excuse me, let me be myself and never try to change me, though I know we change each other for the better. You tolerate my bossiness, you often keep whistling, and get a kick out of my goofiness. When 7:30 meeting approaches, you know to turn the TV. Proud of the work you do, even though I don't know what the hell it is you often say. Something with computers when asked. Give me space and seem to know when to come closer. You're Here's his back. Here's the back that I want to scratch. Now I want to kiss, and the hand I want to hold. David, from the moment I know I loved you, my heart was set alight and continues to grow in your presence. You've been the biggest surprise of my life and the greatest thrill. I love you today and for all of our tomorrows. Here's Abby.
You can clap for that. That's beautiful. Now comes the serious part. David. Hey, face each other a little bit. David, do you take Abby to be your wedded wife, to live together in the holy estate of matrimony? Will you love her, comfort her, honor and keep her, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keeping yourself only unto her, as long as you both shall live? Abby, do you take David to be your wedded husband, to live together in the holy estate of matrimony? Will you love him, comfort him, honor and keep him, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keeping yourself only unto him, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Sweet. Now please join hands and face each other to exchange vows. We will repeat the marriage vows in the presence of God in this assembly. David, would you repeat after me? I, David. I meant you, David, not me, David. Say that. Take you, Abby, to be my wedded wife, whether we live in wealth or poverty, health or sickness, in impotence and in potence. You don't have to say it. I give myself to you. I will give my love to you until death separates us. My soul honors your soul. I honor the place in you where the entire universe resides. Where the entire universe resides. That's a hard part. I honor the light, love, and truth in you. The beauty and peace within you. Because it is also within me. In sharing these vows, we are united with each other. In the sight of God and these witnesses, I make this vow of love and faithfulness. Abby, would you repeat after me, please? I, Abby, take you, David, to be my wedded husband. Whether we live in wealth or poverty, health or sickness, with high-speed internet or with dial-up, I will give my love to you until death separates us. My soul honors your soul. I honor the place in you where the entire universe resides. I honor the light, love, and truth in you. The beauty and peace within you. Because it is also within me. In sharing these things, we are united with each other. In the sight of God, and these witnesses, and the ghost of Madam Tingley here at Point Loma, I make this vow of love and faithfulness.
I also vow never to.
Very nice. Now, we're going to have a moment of silence here. I want to recognize the fact that there are a lot of different people here with different backgrounds, different beliefs, but we're going to take a moment of silence so that all of us, in our own respective ways, can recognize the sacredness of what's happening right now and to wish all of the best for Abby and David. So we'll go ahead and close our eyes. You can say a quick prayer for them, send them your best vibes, your best wishes, and we'll just take a moment to do that right now. Amen. Boy, that was awkward. The silence could be so quiet. Now, Brody, may I have the rings? That's all right. David, what do you give as a token of your love and sincerity? Abby, please repeat this vow. I, Abby,
I, Abby,
receive this ring.
take this ring.
Oh, yeah, do the ring thing.
Take this ring
As a reminder
as a reminder
of my love
of my love
and commitment to you.
and commitment to you.
And Abby, what do you give as a token of your love and sincerity to David, in addition to the PIN number to your bank account? I, David, receive this ring as a reminder of my love and commitment to you. Let these rings be to you both a symbol of the purity, permanence, and totally sweet awesomeness of your true-witted love, and a seal of the sacred covenant between you both. Now, by the authority vested in me by the internet, I now pronounce you husband and wife. David, you may give the bride a kiss. It is my greatest honor and privilege to now present to you Mr. and Mrs. Abby Carrillo. There is no better poetry to express the beauty of this sort of moment, I think, than the lyrics to a traditional folk song from Mexico. And the song says, de la Sierra Morena, cielito lindo, vienen bajando un par de ojitos negros, cielito lindo, de contrabando. But hey, why am I just going to say the lyrics to you when we could sing them? Let's bring out Mariachi del Pacífico. Morena, cielito lindo, viene bajando un par de ojitos negros, cielito lindo, de contrabando. Ay, 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 canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran. Cielito lindo, los corazones. Take it away, Mariachi del Pacífico.
Es el lunar que tiene cielito lindo junto a la boca. Ahora que estamos juntos, dame un abrazo. Ay, 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 canta y no llores, porque cantando se